Hey, thanks for joining us here on our 38th installment of Buster's Glitch Ass Gaming Podcast. I'm Tony Flowers, and I'm joined by a man whose cart ratio is in a bear market, Oscar Warrior.
How dare you?
That's the reaction we were looking for last week.
No, I upgraded my gear. I am no longer a cart whore. No longer, not for me. There are some monsters in that game, bro, that just absolutely smack the shit out of you. But
There's just no getting around it.
No, thankfully though, it's only like a select few in late game that can. Everything else is like sort of easy. They're more annoying, but they're manageable. But yeah.
Are you in the late game at this point?
Yeah, I would say I'm in the late game.
Nice.
How dare you? Unforgivable. Unspeakable.
Yeah, don't you talk about my cart ratio, you motherfucker.
You heathen. You hooligan Neanderthal.
Should be like, dog, I'd love to see you do better. You do better.
Yeah, you join me. Pay, how much is it? Pay $80.
Jesus Christ.
And join me.
I just can't. But yeah, this is our first episode of February.
It is February already.
Yeah. So you might notice our new background. How isn't it lovely? It's lovely and pink and red. And I was gonna put brown in there like you suggested, but it just threw the whole fucking thing off.
Poo brown. Damn.
Yeah.
Looked like I was really hoping. Yeah. Just random turds.
Yeah. We do have a pretty decent sized show. So what do you say we jump on some of these write-ins here from Ding Dunk?
Okay, yeah, let's get right into it. Our first write-in is from the Giggler, and he asked, do you guys see yourselves eventually playing, recording, and reviewing games as a branch off of your current content? Me personally, I've always had an interest in it, and honestly, it sounds really fun to be able to just like talk about your favorite games and kind of give them like a little, I don't know if I would do like long form reviews or like short term, but maybe to start off like a short term review, just geeking out about my favorite games.
I mean, we do bite-sized reviews of the games we're currently playing on each episode. I don't know if that counts.
Already, yeah.
Yeah, it counts to me, but I don't know. Yeah, I also love the sound of all that. When it comes to playing games as content, though, like I'd be down to do that sometime as long as I have company and as long as we're not playing competitive online games. Unless people want to watch someone get their ass served to them on a plate. In that case, I'm your guy.
I'm the same way. I think I would prefer to play like PvE games for content. Yeah, stuff like Hytale or like Minecraft or Pal World.
For sure.
Or Helldivers even.
The bitch here is time though, because like I'm trying to get better with my time management when I'm not at work. So yeah, I'm actually thinking about making some videos that follow the entire process of one of my sculptures. I learn as I go, so there's plenty of fuck ups and maybe there's some humor to be found in there. So maybe one of these days I'll do something like that. But yeah, the rest of that stuff, just time's the bitch. Time is the bitch.
Time is the bitch. Fantastic question, the Giggler. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, thanks for writing in again, bud. It really does mean a lot. Thank you.
Si, senor.
All right. Tiffany Venable writes in. Speaking of writing in again, this is the third week in a row for Tiffany. Just want to say thank you for showing support to the show and engaging with us. It's very much appreciated. So. Tiffany asks, do you guys prefer to play games alone or to play with somebody else?
Do you want to give your response first?
Sure. I'm a fucking solo player almost through and through, man. But I do say almost because there are some games that I'd prefer to play with my wife, Chelsea. But when I'm alone, I don't feel any pressure to run through the game faster or more efficiently. I can die as many times as the game will allow me, and I could just learn to play at my own pace. How about you?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I am exclusively only like single player games. The only time, same as you, that I play a co-op or multiplayer game is when I'm playing with friends or my wife. Like me and my lady were playing Silent Hill F, and then we played It Takes Two. Now we're playing Ghost of Tsushima. And then just same thing. Like probably the only multiplayer games I'll ever play are like stuff like Minecraft or Pal World. Same games again.
Yeah.
But I love the solo experience. Like you said, it's just I can take my time with it and I can enjoy it for what it is.
For sure. Yeah. And Tiffany had mentioned before that she was looking for games to play with her son. So I'm curious, do you, Tiffany, play any games solo, or is your interest in gaming exclusive to quality time with your kids? Let us know.
Fantastic question.
Definitely. Thanks for writing in, bud.
Yes. And then our next write-ins, we got two from V. I'll start with the first one. What is the most hours you've spent on one game? I will answer this one first.
Please, go ahead.
Because the amount of time I have in Team Fortress 2 is a crime. I have over 2,000 hours in Team Fortress 2.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Do you still play nowadays?
No. I quit a long time ago for good reason. I was addicted to that game for the longest time. I played that game mostly for its community and just how fun it was to join public servers, and just you get like some really interesting characters in that in Team Fortress 2 lobbies, dude. It's so funny. And like just the competitive scene and all like the game mechanics and everything, like the rocket jumping aspect of Team Fortress 2 is what kept me, I think, because I love doing that shit. And I used to like go on servers where they were maps made specifically for rocket jumping, and you could do some really intricate like tricks and jumps and shit like that. It's so cool, dude. And I used to be really, really good at it.
So what made you fall off the train there?
I think I just burned myself out, honestly. It was burnout. Like 2,000 hours is a lot, but
Yeah.
a lot of things kept me around. Community, game mechanics, everything. It was my whole high school like life, essentially.
Yeah. I can probably tell a very similar story. For me, it was either Halo 3 or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on the Xbox 360. I don't think they tracked how much time you played games during that generation, but Halo 3 was my introduction to online multiplayer gaming. I think I was like 20 years old, so I was super late to the scene. But that shit absorbed the fuck out of me, man. Had some really great times, full of laughs, met a ton of great people from all over the world. And then Call of Duty 4 came out, and that was the game. Then World at War, then Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, by the time Black Ops came out, I was burned the fuck out, dude.
Yeah, I remember playing Modern Warfare 2 like pretty much every day.
Yeah.
For its lifespan. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. So all time has to be one of those two.
Now that I'm thinking, you're right. I think the 360 or the PS3 never tracked how long you spent in those games, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't remember them doing anything like that.
Now I'm thinking if that was my my most played game, it might have been Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah,
dude,
maybe.
I spent so much time in that.
Yeah, nowadays I'm eager to move on from a game after like the 60-hour mark. You know,
Yeah,
in most games.
Yeah, unless it's really got its fangs in you.
Oh yeah.
All right. And then the second question is from V. Have you ever had a crush on a video game character? I had a really hard time with this question, but I think if I had to pick one, it would probably be Rosalina from Mario Galaxy. Yeah, I think I'd have to pick Rosalina. She's a fair maiden.
The queen of the galaxy.
Yeah, queen of the galaxy. She's hot.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. I was introduced to her a little later in life. So yeah, I can see the appeal though. If I was a kid, I would have been like, damn. Damn Rosalina.
What about you, bud?
I love bad bitches, man. That's my fucking problem, as 2 Chainz once said.
Good reference.
But that's always been the case for me, man. Ever since I was a kid. Like, for a quick example, when I was 9 years old, a movie called The Craft was all the rage. Like, I know I'm not alone on this hill now, but back then I felt like I was. Felt like I was the only guy who was crushing hard on Nancy, played by Fairuza Balk. Everyone was all Nev Campbell this, Nev Campbell that, you know, and I'm over here thinking to myself, like, are you people fucking blind? Like, did we watch the same movie? But no, I kept that shit to myself though. Like, I wasn't about to let anyone bully me but Fairuza Balk. The earliest video game crush that I remember having were like the Game Over Gruntilda from Banjo-Kazooie. You know, she came out looking like a top-heavy, green-skinned posh spice.
And she had like watermelons.
Yeah, basically, yeah. She's just spilling out of her fucking tight black dress, yeah.
Good lord.
And then Melina from Mortal Kombat. You know, I think initially she reminded me of the Pink Power Ranger Kimberly, who was probably everyone my age's first crush. And then I found out she had the mouth of a barracuda, and it was too late. I was already making excuses for her.
It was game over for you, bro. You were sold once you saw that barracuda mouth.
There's something appealing there, because like she could and most likely would kill me and eat my face, but there's something hot about the idea of her choosing not to. You know,
suppressing back, yeah, the urge to just bite your entire face off.
Yeah, and in modern games or in the Red from Baldur's Gate 3 is equal parts stupid hot and stupid creepy. And Lady D from Resident Evil Village is unmatched in my eyes. That's mommy.
Lady Dimitrescu.
Fun fact, both of those 2 characters are played by the same actress, Maggie Robertson. she's awesome. Seems like a genuinely cool person. But thanks for writing in, V. We appreciate you taking a moment to hit us up.
Thank you, V. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Looks like we've got nothing for the correction section, my guy.
True
Should
dat.
we just move on to the download.
The download.
Let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Our first note on our download is Square Enix announced that a new version of the original Final Fantasy VII is coming to PC. The release date has not yet been specified. When the update launches, the current build will be delisted from the Steam store, but existing owners will receive the new version at no extra cost. Thank you, Square Enix. Your save data will not be compatible between the two versions, just in case you care. Unbelievable. Uncompatible between the two versions.
Yeah.
I had a little extra note. I'm just trying to find it here. Oh, okay. So the main difference, because I guess there wasn't a lot of detail out there, or you had to really go digging for it, is just this newer version natively supports Japanese language, boosters/cheats, 3x speed, better controller implementation, different achievements, and doesn't require a Square Enix account launcher. I almost said Squeenix. That last one is pretty huge, though. I think this version sold that for a lot of people online, at least from what I'm reading, is they really hated the fact that you had to create or sign into your like existing Square Enix account to be able to play the game.
I could be wrong here, but is this not the same version from the PS4 era? Because it sounds exactly like that with the boosts and all that stuff.
I wonder if they just had trouble implementing it onto Steam.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, yeah, because I didn't see anything about that.
At any given time, you can find a few hundred to over 1,000 players. Still, dude.
Damn.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's a fan favorite, dude. People love Final Fantasy VII.
All right, next up, according to Insider Gaming, Solid Snake will be joining Rainbow Six Siege as a playable operator, which would be the first time they brought in a guest character from outside the Tom Clancy universe. The publication then lost all credibility by using an image of Big Boss instead of Solid Snake in their report, proving that even after all these years, the Metal Gear timeline still plays motherfuckers like a damn fiddle.
Dude, I think I would have fallen for the same shit too. I would not have been able to distinguish Big Boss from Solid Snake.
But that begs the question, which character is actually joining the game? Yeah, they said Solid Snake, but they show Big Boss. Metal Gear Solid Delta dropped a few months back, so there's a modern render of Big Boss that they could use, but not one of his clone, Solid Snake.
Solid Snake. That's a spoiler.
I mean, no, it's not.
Who gives a shit, though? It's been like 30 years.
The teaser trailer said that they'll have a full reveal planned for Sunday the 15th. So we'll see which snake they're actually getting.
Yeah, we'll see what snake we're going to be getting in our pants.
What a thrill.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and next up, we've got the Switch launch of Dispatch has devolved into a bit of a PR disaster after players discovered that the game is heavily censored. Ad Hoc Studio originally tried to point the finger at Nintendo's guidelines, but they've since admitted to using a censored Japanese build for the global release and hiding the disclaimer in a tiny corner of the eShop. What? Ad Hoc has since apologized and is now trying to find a path forward with a patch that might restore some of the content in the coming week. So they basically tried to throw Nintendo under the buses, from what I'm understanding.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound like it went over very well, but like nobody wants this Kids Bop version of Dispatch, man. Give us that parental advisory explicit content version. You know?
Yeah, in Japan it makes sense because I believe they're way more strict with their like censor guidelines. That makes a lot more sense.
I could just imagine the future patch notes be like titties restored.
That would be so funny. I'd love to see that.
Oh yeah. All right, next up, Highguard released last week to a really poor reception. Developer Wildlight Entertainment quickly responded by releasing a 5v5 raid mode to address complaints about its massive empty feeling maps. The studio also revealed its 2026 roadmap, which featured 7 episodes of monthly content drops, including new wardens, maps, and mounts, to prove they are in it for the long haul despite a massive 90% dip in concurrent players. They added that 5v5 pretty damn quick, eh?
Pretty quick, yeah.
It's what people said they needed.
Yeah, I think they needed that too to survive, because the 3v3 doesn't make sense. You're gonna have these really big, like spread out, wide open maps and not have like a lot of players running through them causing havoc. You know, shit's gonna get boring really quickly.
Yeah, since they're showing a little bit of dedication to this, I'm tempted to check it out.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a bad game, honestly, at all.
I'm kidding. I'm not even
are you?
really.
Oh, damn! I did not pick up on that at all. I was gonna say the game doesn't look bad. Like,
It
what
doesn't.
I've been saying, but yeah, you genuinely got me with that. I was like, what? You're gonna play Highguard?
No,
Like, you motherfucker! You don't like those types of games.
no, I'm not gonna play Highguard.
You really had me there.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on from that fiasco. If you're used to playing Apex Legends on your OG Switch, you'd better get your ass unused to that shit before August 4th. Respawn Entertainment will be junking the servers in order to allow for upgrades to the game's engine. Players have until the end of Season 29 to migrate their accounts, with all progress and cosmetics carrying over via cross progression. The game will remain fully playable on PC, PS4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Series X and S, and Switch 2. Honestly, I find it very impressive that Apex Legends can run on the OG Switch. It makes sense that they're not going to be supporting the Switch version of it anymore and just moving it over to the Switch 2. It doesn't make sense to support that on like close to decade old hardware.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah, at some point they got to pull the plug. And just a heads up to everyone out there, Apex coins do not transfer. I found that little tidbit out. If you have any on your Switch account, they'll only transfer over to a Switch 2. So if you're going from an OG Switch to like PC or a PS5 or whatever, like spend whatever you have on the Switch version before the deadline. Buy some skins or the next battle pass. Because all that stuff will show up, but coins themselves will only transfer.
Will not transfer. Wow.
Yeah, just a heads
I
up.
wonder why. Seems like an easy thing to do. I don't know why they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, probably something with number go up. It's got to be something. It's always number go up.
You got to buy more.
That's it. All right, next up, HBO CEO Casey Bloys hinted that Jesus Christ. HBO CEO Jesus.
It's a lot of
got
acronyms.
This. No shit. HBO CEO.
I'm sorry. Because I'm reading it to myself, and that's actually so hard to say. HBO CEO Casey Bloys.
Okay, home box office chief executive officer Casey Bloys hinted that the upcoming third season of The Last of Us will likely be its last. Showrunner Craig Mazin was hoping for a fourth season due to the size and scope of the second game's narrative, but since franchise creator Neil Druckmann decided he'd rather focus on Naughty Dog's upcoming game, Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet, it makes sense that they'd want to complete the story now. Regardless, production is reportedly set to begin in Canada this March for a 2027 release.
What? How do you feel about that, Tony? Have you been keeping up with The Last of Us?
Yeah. The second season of the show got the exact same reaction from the audience as the second game did. Critics loved it. The general public was very mixed. The show got review bombed just like the game did, for all for the same reasons, man. There was, from what I found, a 55% dip in viewers for the finale compared to the first season. So they were probably just like, dog, wrap this shit up before you lose the crowd, And Neil Druckmann's like, fuck this, I'm out. I'm going to go work on my next game. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Did you end up watching any of the Last of Us HBO series?
I stayed far away from it.
Any particular reason?
No, I don't watch like video game adaptation thingies. Ever since the Monster Hunter movie, I've been disappointed. Yeah, there's a Monster Hunter movie.
Like a live action Monster Hunter movie?
Yeah, it's a live action movie. It was terrible.
Why is this the first time I'm hearing about it? I'm gonna have to watch that if it's terrible, especially if it's terrible.
Oh my god, it came out. I don't want to like butcher when it came out. I want to say 2020. Monster Hunter. Hold on, let me movie. Come on, Oscar, type, for Christ's sakes. When did this motherfucker come out? Yeah, December 18th, 2020. 6 years ago.
Damn. Okie
yeah,
dokie.
Dude, it was fucking terrible.
Awesome. I gotta see it.
Yeah, I stay far away from any video game adaptation crap. Do you think the series and the show is being treated a bit unfairly?
I think that when it comes to the game, I have my own feelings about it. I really liked it. I went into it completely blind. I understand why people hated it. I totally get it. And when you adapt that same exact story, those same exact twists and turns into a show, you should expect that same reception people going as far as to, you know, threaten the actors and the actresses, like that's too far. But
That's
if you're
crazy.
You get your usual psychopaths that fucking take things too far, though.
Absolutely. Moving on to our next download tidbit. YouTube officially confirmed that a native app for the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming soon, specifically so that you can tune into Buster's glitch-ass gaming podcast in between stomping Goombas and gooning over Zelda's form-fitting leggings. Wow. This new version is expected to drop as early as this month and is said to support 4K and HDR output. YouTube on Switch 2, I have many other devices that can handle YouTube as well.
Yeah.
But if I ever just really quickly want to switch over to YouTube on my Switch 2, you know, it would be nice if I didn't have to close my game and I could just open YouTube as a second like application and then just hop back and forth between the two. Because imagine I'm playing Monster Hunter Wilds and I want to look up like what parts I need to break to get like certain carves for the monster. It would be nice to just go to YouTube and, you know, maybe find a video of that specific monster, or like if Nintendo Switch had a browser or something like that, have that open in the background and I can switch between the two easily.
Is that not how it's going to be?
I don't think so.
Well, we should be finding out pretty soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, the headline here is 4K. You can finally see every glorious pixel of these two glitch-ass motherfuckers.
In HDR output as well.
HDR, the blackest blacks and the brightest whites.
Brightest whites, not on the OLED, not on the non-OLED screen that is the Switch 2.
Oh yeah. Well, anyways, moving on. All right. Obsidian Entertainment confirmed that while The Outer Worlds 2 will still receive its planned expansions, they're calling off a third entry following disappointing sales. Despite this, the studio remains committed to the Avowed universe, with a major anniversary update and a PS5 port both scheduled to launch on February 17th. Moving forward, Obsidian is aiming for smaller projects with shorter development cycles.
Very nice.
Yeah. I hope they can find some love over on the PS5, man. They do seem to have better luck with their smaller projects, like Pentiment. That one was very, very well received. And I'd go so far as to call both of their South Park games smaller titles as well. Those were fucking excellent.
Yeah, those were very successful. Yeah.
Yeah. Make another South Park game, you guys.
Yeah. B5O fun. I smell craft dinner. Moving on, just weeks after its Steam Early Access launch, Ashes of Creation developer Intrepid Studios has shut its doors, leaving about 250 employees without their final paychecks or legal severance. Christ almighty. The game has been delisted from Steam, and many in the community believe that the studio's board takeover narrative is part of a bullshit story to avoid refunding their Kickstarter pledges. This is probably the biggest rug pull, well, one of the biggest rug pulls in video game history.
It's definitely in there. It's on that list.
I'd never heard of this game, I think, before this headline.
Same. I just saw it pop up. Yeah,
it's really shitty.
It is. It's always terrible to see so many people randomly losing their jobs like this. Yeah, this was actually pretty big news, but I decided to put it in the download because I wasn't sure we'd have much to say about it. I'm not too savvy on legal stuff. The main dude, Steven Sharif, he said that a board of directors pushed him out rather than leaving on his own. And this whole... like to try to avoid refunding their Kickstarter pledges. Basically, I wrote this little quote here. It said, like, in the case that Ashes of Creation does not launch, we promise to refund all backers in full. And they launched into early access, so they could argue that they technically fulfilled their obligation, despite it shutting down, like, what, a couple weeks later?
Yeah, almost immediately. And now it's on Steam reviewed overwhelmingly negatively.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude, that's so scummy.
It is, man.
Yeah,
and
that's just some legal jargon.
Yeah, they'll find a way to fucking get away with this shit, dude. I'll keep a close eye on it, but I thought it was dumb, but I also thought it was a bit ironic that Ashes of Creation is now a creation that burned to ashes.
To ashes, yeah. That's so ironic. That's unfortunate.
All right, next up, IGN done fucked up and published, then quickly unpublished the full details of the Overwatch Spotlight, confirming that Blizzard is dropping the 2 and rebranding back to simply Overwatch. On February 10th, 5 new heroes will join the roster along with the launch of a year-long story arc titled The Reign of Talon, followed by 1 new hero per season for the remainder of 2026. Also confirmed, a Switch 2 edition of the game is coming this spring, alongside a reworked loot box system. they finally decided to ditch the 2.
Yeah, they just keep shooting themselves in the foot, dude. What the hell was the point of Overwatch 2 in the first place?
It's like someone finally convinced them that they never actually built the sequel that they promised.
No, never. I'm still waiting for that single player story.
Right, yeah. I've never played Overwatch, but I've stayed up on all the info surrounding it. When the sequel was announced, I remember fans were like, "What? Why?"
Why?
and like you said, there was like that single player, the PvE mode that they were adding, that they ended up, I think they canceled it, right? So that they could just keep focusing
completely
on
canceled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was like one of their biggest like main promises of the game too. It's like, hey, on top of the multiplayer that you already have, you guys are gonna get a really fun like single player mode on top of it. And that's kind of what I was genuinely excited about, and I waited for that patiently. I liked playing Overwatch. I thought it was a fun game, and then I just got burnt out eventually.
Yeah. You want to move on over to the release radar?
Let's get into the release radar. Today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase included Switch 2 ports like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming June 3rd, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and the remaster of The Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion. Capcom gave us a new trailer for Resident Evil Requiem launching February 27th, alongside 2 new amiibo and a shadow-dropped demo for Pragmata. Nice. Other reveals included a free Switch 2 upgrade from the original Hollow Knight, available today. Whoa, that's nice. Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection, and the world premiere of Bethesda's brand new game, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. What? But no remakes?
You know what though? The most appealing game, like during the entire 30-minute direct, if you ask me, was the first one that they opened up with.
The little anime game?
Yeah, Orbitals. That shit looks dope.
It does look really cool.
It looks like it's following in that same vein as It Takes Two or something. Looks very
two-player
good.
couch co-op. Very much so.
Yeah, it shit looks awesome. Outside of that, I didn't think there was too much there. Yeah, I'll look for the the first party direct coming in the future.
Yeah, I'll definitely look forward to that.
Yeah. Anything there that you wanted to talk about, or you ready to just move on to this week's releases? There's quite a few of them here.
I didn't get a chance to watch the entire direct yet, so I don't have much to say. We can hop on over to this week's releases.
All right. Releasing tomorrow, February 6th, we got Neo 3 by Team Ninja coming to PC and PS5. My Hero Academia: All's Justice by King coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. Carmageddon Rogue Shift by 34 Big Things coming to PC, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch 2. PGA Tour.
I'm sorry. That is
okay.
Too funny for a studio name. 34 Big Things.
All right. PGA Tour 2K25 by HB Studios coming to Switch 2. It's already available on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. JDM Japanese Drift Master by Gaming Factory coming to PS5, already available on PC, Xbox Series X and S. Creature Kitchen by The Rat Zone coming to PC, and Dead Pets, a punk rock slice of life sim by Triple Topping coming to PC.
Very nice. And then February 7th, we've got Perfume Atelier by Keep the Engine Games. I said that right? Keep the Engine Games? It looks like there's something missing. Yeah. Coming to PC.
And then on February 8th, we've got Bean Meets Paw by Xingjian Net?
I actually don't know how to pronounce that.
Okay. Coming to PC.
For all I know, that could be correct.
Right.
And then February 9th, we've got Familiar Findings by Cliffa Games coming to PC. Same day, we've got Goblin Sushi by Old Cake Factory. Launches into early access on PC. Same day, February 9th, we've got Monterey Jack by Dangerous Bob Studio. You know, Bob's your uncle, coming to PC.
Dangerous Bob's your uncle. Brilliant, I tell you. And then on February 10th, we've got Mugenics, nice, by Edmund McMillan and Tyler Glale, coming to PC. Crizol? How would you say that? Crizol? Let's call it that. Theater of Idols by Vermilla,
I think.
Sake. I'm sorry, folks, I'm trying here. Coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. Relooted by Nyamakop. Coming to PC, Xbox Series X and S. And Shadows of the Afterland by Aruma Studios, coming to PC.
Oh yeah. And then February 11th, we've got Romeo is a Dead Man by Grasshopper Manufacture. Nice, coming to PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. And same day we've got Star Sand Island by Seed Sparkle Lab. Launches into early access on PC, Xbox Series X and S. Also available on Game Pass for PC Ultimate subscribers. And then we've got Cache Cleaner Simulator by Mind Control Games coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S. And then same day we've got Cadence by Made with Monster Love coming to PC.
I got your Monster Love right here. And on February 12th, we've got Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties by Ryuga Gotoku Studio coming to PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch 2. Mario Tennis Fever by Nintendo coming to Switch 2. BlazBlue Entropy Effect X by 91 Act coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch. It's already on PC. Can you hear those fuckers outside?
What? No, I can't hear anything. You got birds?
Grass mowing ass motherfuckers. Never mind. It sounded really loud. I could hear it through my headset. So I was like,
headset?
fuck yeah, it's all good.
No, I can't hear it at all.
Okay, good. Fucking bastards. Chroma Gun 2 Die Hard by Pixel Maniacs comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch 2. Killer In by Tactic Studios and Square Enix launches into early access on PC. Dear Me, I Was, ellipsis, by Arc System Works coming to PC and Switch. It's already on the Switch 2. Fields of Fortune by UC Studios launches into early access on PC. Disciples Domination by Artifact Studio coming to PC, PS5, or Xbox Series X and S. And Little Gator Game DLC In the Dark by Mega Wobble comes to PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch. Holy shit.
You got a lot coming out for February. You know what I'm looking forward to.
Romeo's a Dead Man? Dude, that snuck up.
Perfume Atelier. No, you're right. I'm looking forward to Romeo as a Dead Man. Yeah, that snuck up on me, dude. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Are you gonna have to wait on that one a little while?
I don't want to. I want to play it like immediately.
Right. It's only a couple of days away.
I know, but I'm still playing Wilds.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you're gonna jump on Resident Evil at the end of the month.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's this month too. Just a few weeks away.
There's too much.
Yeah.
My heart can't take it.
It's gonna start. It's gonna start like real soon, man. There's too many goddamn games. All right. But please tell me about Monster Hunter Wilds if that is indeed what you are playing, my brother.
That is indeed what I have been playing, and I have an update. I have to show this off because this is what I've been playing Wilds on recently, and I've just been having way too much fun with this fucking thing, dude. My wife got me a Steam Deck as an early birthday present. Mind you, my birthday is in April.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's
and
beautiful.
she got this beast for me. This is the OLED 1 terabyte, I believe.
Beautiful.
Whichever one is the most expensive one, but I fucking love this thing, dude.
And
it's so fun.
I don't know for any viewers or anybody listening, he just showed his Steam Deck, and it has no fingerprints all over the screen like everybody else in the world that shows off their fucking handhelds, and it drives me mad. And you just showed me one that looks like you just took it out of the box. Love it. Love to see it.
Yeah, two days ago I took it out of the box and I have not touched the screen once.
How's Monster Hunter playing on that thing?
Honestly, bro, I'm really surprised with Wilds on the Steam Deck. It says it's not compatible, but when I tried it, it honestly runs really, really well. Obviously, it looks like shit. Like, it looks terrible, but it runs so smooth.
Huh. So there's a dip in visual quality, but
yes.
But you're getting your frames and all that. It's not huffing and puffing trying to run it.
No, not at all. In certain areas, I will say where there's like really high, dense foliage, like in the Scarlet Forest and then the plains, the desert plains, it does tend to reach some frame dips, but it's not too bad. It's manageable.
And this is so you're not streaming it from your PC. Could you do that with the Steam Deck?
I can do that.
That's cool. But you downloaded it onto the deck.
I'm playing it natively on the deck, and it's playing really, really well. I've been able to get in. I got it Tuesday. I played it from like 2 p.m. basically to like 11 p.m. All wilds, and then I played it all day yesterday from early morning to again 11 p.m.
Damn, dude.
And I've just been having a blast. And I played that on the couch the whole time.
How's the battery life on that bitch?
It's pretty good, honestly. I have it plugged in for most of the time, but when I did pick it up in the morning, I did play it until it gave me the little warning that it was about to die, and then I had to plug it in. But I wasn't timing myself or anything. But it felt like a pretty significant amount of time had passed before it told me, like, hey, you better plug me in or else I'm gonna die.
And you've got some pretty big plans for that thing too, huh? And put all kinds of cool shit on there.
Yeah, I want to mod it and I want to see what I can do with it, like all that I can do with it in terms of like emulation stuff, physical mods as well, and like maybe running third-party operating systems on it. Although Steam OS is also already like really nice on this thing, I don't think I would have much reason to do another operating system other than just to like tinker with this thing, honestly.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm mostly looking forward to with this guy. That and just being able to like finally catch up on my backlog on Steam.
Nice.
Yes,
dude, that's exciting, man.
Very much so. I love this thing. 2 days using it, I already love it.
Just can't put it down.
No, by far my favorite feature though is the standby mode with the power button. Because what I can do is, as I'm playing Monster Hunter Wilds, if I'm in the middle of a fight, obviously I'm not playing online, right? I'm playing offline, not with other people. But what I can do with that is I can pause the game, and then I can if you press the power button and not hold it, it'll go into standby mode, like a sleep mode. And if I press it again, it'll automatically take me back into my game, and I can just pick up from where I left off.
Very nice.
And I love that feature so much.
Now, I'm not sure if this is something you're even really interested in, but there's a dock for that, isn't there?
Yes.
To where you can hook it up in the living room and play your PC games on TV.
TV.
Do you know whether or not it would up the quality of your visuals in any way if you did something like that? Or if you're basically just getting what you're currently getting on a bigger screen?
I'm really curious about that too, because I haven't done much research into the dock itself, but I do want to get it, and I want to try it out for myself, see what this thing can actually handle and like what it can output to a 4K TV.
Yeah, dude, if you do figure that out at some point, I'd love an update, man, because I'm very curious about that thing.
Yeah. This section has been mostly me talking about the Steam Deck, because I'm in late game in Monster Hunter Wilds. There's really not much for me to talk about. I'm kind of just optimizing my build and trying to make it easier for me to survive the late game monsters, which can very easily one-shot you or two-shot you in the game. So I'm basically min-maxing at this point.
Gotcha.
But yeah, this was I didn't know I needed this in my life until I got it. This thing is amazing. I love it, and I cannot wait for Valve's next iteration of the Steam Deck. I think it's going to be how this and the Switch was a game changer. The Steam Deck 2, or whatever they decide to call it, that's going to be an even bigger like game changer, especially with Steam OS.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing whatever they do, man. I know that the Steam machine got kind of delayed to first half of this year instead of the first quarter. Yeah, trying to keep the price down and stuff. But yeah, looking forward to more stuff from Valve whenever it drops.
Absolutely, bro. Anything they come out with is really exciting.
Yeah, totally.
I'm interested to hear what you are playing this week, my guy.
I mean, I wrote down here, I'm currently no-lifing Xenoblade Chronicles in hopes of finishing it by next week's episode. But I will save my thoughts on it until then. I feel like I'm late game. I have to be. I have to be. Like, the last time I talked about it, I thought, I was coming up on the end game. Dude, that was like the halfway fucking point, dude.
Yeah, you were at the halfway point.
I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, God, there's a lot of game left here. So I've been I spent a whole day just sitting there fucking playing through it. I'm like, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to finish it. Because I said I would play this game. I'm going to play it all the way through. I'm having a great time. That's not to say that it's like a slog or anything, but it's a lot longer than I expected. And even on the easy difficulty, I still have to level up my guys and everything. It's been a real pain in the ass, but I'm enjoying it, and I think I should be done with it by next week. So I'll save my thoughts on that until then. Yesterday, I toyed around real quick with Dwarf Fortress again. Do you remember when I was like fucking obsessing over Dwarf Fortress?
Yes, I do remember you telling me about the really funny, like, because the game communicates everything to you in like a command little thingy, right?
Yeah, like it tells you exactly what's happening at all times.
Yeah.
You go and swing your sword, it tells you like, oh yeah, you hit the arm and it bruised under the flesh, or like the head went flying off in a fucking arc or whatever. It's hilarious. They added the adventure mode some time ago, and I never played it, so I gave it a shot yesterday. I was like, let's play adventure mode. It's basically an RPG within that world. So I created a world, and I started up a little guy. He's just a little dwarf, and my adventure didn't last very long. I got fucking murdered so hard. I went a little bit north. You know, I got all my gear. I went north, and I was looking for I don't remember what the fuck I was looking for. Some asshole that's been terrorizing the town that my character grew up in, right? So I go north and I come across this little goblin dude, and actually before that, like I noticed that as I was traveling, my guy was getting hungry and thirsty, right? So I started eating and drinking, and I didn't notice that it was trying to tell me like, hey, you're really full, and I ate a little too much, so I started vomiting, and that's when I came across this goblin who had his sword brandished, and I tried to start a conversation with him, and I was like, hey, how's it going, buddy? And during the conversation, he keeps like inching towards me, and I'm like, hey, how's it going, man? And it's like he's clearly agitated, and I'm like, so do you have any troubles? What's troubling you? And he's like, oh, there's the fighting or something. And then he immediately like takes a swing at me, and I have to fight him, and between him swinging at me and me swinging back at him, there's this whole sword fight happening, and between every hit, every parry, everything, there's just you wretch. So I'm puking my guts up this whole time. There's blood and puke everywhere, and he kills me.
Oh no. So as you're fighting, you're just fucking vomiting all over this dude.
Yeah, puking my guts up. He said at some point that he was pissed off because some giraffe attacked him.
What?
A giraffe.
That's so random.
Yeah, a giraffe attacked him, so he decided to take it out on me.
Take it out on you.
And I was puking my guts up.
A poor sick man.
I died.
Those fucking goblins, dude. Oh my god.
Bitch.
That is too funny.
Yeah. The stories that that Dwarf Fortress and similar games come up with are just so funny, man. If you put yourself into what's happening in the game and you try to picture it on like a grand scale, it's hilarious, man. Love it. So I might toy around with that a little bit more today, because I got some good laughs out of that.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful, dude. Fucking, oh my god. He's vomiting. You're just agitating this guy more.
Yeah, he's just clearly pissed off, and I'm like, hey, chum. He decides he wants to kill me, so
like, you
fucking asshole. Yeah. Great shit. Anyways, let's move on to the news and rumor mill. We've only got 2 stories here.
Si, senor. Number 1 on our news and rumor mill, we've got Google's Project Genie sparked plagiarism concerns after users found out that the AI tool could generate playable knockoffs of Super Mario 64 and Zelda from text prompts. Google claims that the model was trained on publicly available video data, but the ability to recreate copyrighted assets in real time has already spooked investors, causing some gaming stocks to dip. As of February 1st, Google began quietly rolling out third-party filters to block specific Nintendo-related prompts, though the Nintendo ninjas might already be on their way. You can hear them. You can feel them. I sense it.
You can feel their presence, the eyes on you.
You can feel their presence, yeah.
From the shadows.
They're coming.
Was it that one time when you were saying that they throw ninja stars, but they're just origami folded up fucking cease and desist letters?
Yeah. 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 I
love that.
I'm really fascinated by this Project Genie thing that Google's got going on, besides like all the plagiarism bullshit that they're doing with it. I'm wondering if this can be used as a tool to kind of, obviously it's a tool that can be used for good or bad things. You know, we've already clearly seen the bad, you know, makes it really easy to plagiarize stuff, right? But could this also be used as a tool to help developers in some way? Maybe get an idea of like, maybe before they start building their actual worlds, maybe they can get an idea really easily from Project Genie, like just to kind of see what they would want their game to look like.
Yeah,
I can see something like that.
I'll admit that I didn't see the problem with AI when it first started showing up and everything. I got I'm still getting such a kick out of the ridiculous shit that I see AI generate, but I'm definitely starting to really see the issue now, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a bit late to the party, but you know, what do you want, right? Like I watched the video from this article, and all I could think the whole time was this technology is in the wrong fucking hands.
Absolutely.
Like it's hard not to look past the jokes when you start to realize the consequence, like the real world consequences. Like this AI is learning how to generate worlds. The footage is impressive in some ways, but it's also pretty bad, you know. But it's just like that Will Smith eating spaghetti AI shit. Like when it was first generated, it was hilariously bad. But now
It was terrible.
yeah, only a couple years later, it's like, holy shit.
Looks like the real thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So if this AI is allowed to live, who knows what it'll be capable of making in a couple of years? Like a lot of people could lose their jobs. Like what you were saying, it could be a helpful tool to help them with early concepts and stuff. But I don't know if that's the reason it's being created as. I don't think it's being created for that. I think it's being created so that we can get rid of concept artists and shit like that. Like a lot of people could lose their jobs. World design and everything that branches off of it are such huge parts of game creation. And if some asshole who just knows how to talk to an AI can do it, what happens to all those people
What happens to the artist or the writers?
Exactly. The coders, they studied, they went to school for years. They're in debt because of this shit. What happens to them, you know?
Yeah.
Like AI could definitely be used to better the lives of humanity. Like it could help to cure thousands and thousands of rare diseases that affect just small groups of people all over the world, you know. But since there's no profit in that, fuck them. Instead, they're using AI to take art from humanity in a way. You know, like, look, it can generate your art for you. It's like, that's not what I want AI for. I don't want it to generate my art for me. I want it to, you know, maybe help me get the dumb fucking mundane shit taken care of so I can focus on my art, you know?
Yeah, focus on the art. Yeah.
Art's a form of self-expression. It's inherently organic, you know? I can see it being a helpful tool, but I don't think it'll be used like that. So I genuinely hope this shit fails miserably. That's where I'm at.
I think AI is a really unregulated like industry right now, and you're starting to see a lot of the bad more than the good. I think because some people have been doing some pretty heinous shit with like the Grok AI, and then what is it? The Sora? I think it's Sora AI. People have been doing like deepfakes and shit. Like Tanya yesterday, she got a spam call with an AI voice, and it sounded like a real person, but there were like little discrepancies in the speech that I could tell it was an AI thing. But like if I was somebody's grandma, or if I didn't know any better, I would have easily fallen for it, you know?
Or even just the idea that this is a young version of it that's going to it's going to continue to get better and better and better over the years. So
yeah,
there might be those little discrepancies now, but those might disappear in a matter of months.
Yeah, they'll get tweaked out. And I agree with you in saying that, like, I think the human capacity for creativity is infinitely better than anything AI could ever come up with. Honestly, that creative spark that humans have is just so much better than what a machine could ever create. Let us know what y'all think about Project Genie, please.
Yeah,
the good and the bad, if there's any good to be found.
Yeah, really, man. Change my mind, man.
I'm not optimistic. I guess I could say I'm like in the neutral. I see the good, but I also see a lot more of the bad than I see of the good, you know?
Yeah, I'm there with you. It is fascinating at the very least. But
very fascinating. But let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, it would just be nicer to see this in the hands of companies and individuals that want to use it to better the human race, instead of you know, making the world a shittier place.
Truly.
Yeah. Anywho, number 2, we've got a leak here. Hardware leaker Kepler L2 says that Sony is planning to launch a new PlayStation Portal model featuring an OLED display later this year. This Pro refresh is also rumored to include a 120 Hz refresh rate, Wi-Fi 7 support, and DualSense Edge features like back buttons and Hall effect analog sticks. Expect this streaming device to cost somewhere in the $250 to $300 range if it turns out to be true.
Very nice. I think this would make sense, honestly. Wi-Fi 7 is a pretty huge thing that will most definitely make streaming the data from your console to the handheld much faster, for sure. And then the OLED thing is, seeing OLED on anything is just really nice, honestly. OLED screens are they're top tier, dude. They can't be beat.
Yeah, I like the Portal as a product. I can see the appeal of it. It's not really for me. The thing is that I just thought most folks really liked the Portal screen as it was. I never heard any complaints about it. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
already a really good like handheld in itself.
yeah. So I don't really know how to take this other than like what they released. They released the Portal with 10-year-old screen tech just to see if anybody would actually buy it. And since the answer is yes, it's like now they drop the actual version. Yeah, 2 years later.
Yes, sir. Give us the better.
Yeah, so if you ask me, $300 is a bit much to ask for a device that essentially lets you play your PS5 on a smaller screen in another room without having to move the console. It's a bit much. But
I would agree, and I think this is really only for like enthusiast types, honestly.
yeah. I can totally see the appeal.
This has to do with the conversation, but I might take it somewhere else. I would like to see if they do try their hand at another handheld console to not have it be streaming. I'd like to be able to just play my PlayStation games natively on my handheld.
Yeah, if those rumors that we covered on a previous episode about the PS6 handheld are true, something like that could be on the horizon, man.
Yeah, they have the technology to rebuild him.
Indeed.
I know they can do it.
All right, you ready to get out of here, brother?
Yes, sir. Let's glitch out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna do that every episode.
Just every time.
But that's not glitching out. I'm more like I'm getting a really bad cramp. All right, ladies and gentlemen, check us out on TikTok and Instagram at Glitch Entertainment. You can listen to us on literally every major podcast platform. Let us know if we missed one. Please consider leaving us a good review, please.
Bob's your uncle.
Damn.
Just hop right in there. 5-star review. Bob's your uncle. Go on about your day.
Every streaming platform, Bob's your uncle.
All right, remember, you can talk with us. You can talk with us about anything. Any comments, questions, critiques, or suggestions are all very welcome. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to stay informed on more glitch-ass content. Until next time, keep gaming and glitching, baby. See ya.
Bye-bye.